Ladies and gentlemen, to season 11, we're here with round 1. It's a brand new day for the Sim Racing Alliance. It's going to be a little bit more punishing out here during qualifying.
It's definitely a hard one here. It's what it's like. It's very, very punishing.
For all the way in Germany, this will be the first time we see this in the team series here. This is a track where you will be driving the track, not as much driving the drivers on the track.
Very brave is the Ferrari to get the move done.
He does get the position done.
Oh, huge contact, and they're both going to go around. It's going to be a huge move up the inside.
He's been using every bit of the track.
Pedal to the metal, foot to the floor.
And we're off and away for SRA.
One sec, they're not hearing you. One sec.
Arts.
Start again, sorry.
That what? Okay. Ladies, good evening, SRA Nation. A brand new season, a brand new dawn for the Sim Racing Alliance. It is season 12, round 1 for Division 1. We're at the parking lot. We've come back across the pond to Europe, and it is the Circuit de Paul Ricard. And I am Alexa Marshall, joined, of course, once again with Selena Boonstra. And unfortunately, Andrew couldn't join us this season, so we are being joined by the lovely Jess Osborne. And Selena, it's definitely going to be one season to look out for, especially with what we saw last season.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And back in Division 1, we see a lot of familiar drivers, and actually some drivers I've seen from the past few seasons are finally back. So I'm very looking forward to this season and to see who claims the season 12 title for this season.
Yeah, most definitely. And Jess, coming out of retirement, what it's good to have you in the box. What are you expecting this season?
Hi, good to be back. I'm expecting exactly what I left these guys with, what they're delivering, which was some excellent racing, side by side, close battles with maybe one or two people up front walking away with it, unfortunately. Maybe it'll be tighter this season, though. I'm not sure. I've been away from D1, been away from the camera booth for a while. So yeah, really excited to be back, for at least in a temporary capacity, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. As we will point out the obvious, Andrew isn't in the box with us this season. We will make it clear he is taking this season off, and he absolutely deserves to. Going over to the track map, though, for the Circuit de Paul Ricard, located at La Castella. And of course, it is going to be some good old 13 corners around the circuit. Of course, you don't have the good old chicane at the back, but you go down into turn number 1, heavy braking into basically a 90-degree corner, then you quickly flick it right into turn number 2 through a little kind of a bend. If it was Formula 1, it's basically a straight, and it's same with the GT cars, into the heavy braking of turn 3, 4, and then tight 5 of the right, and then long right-hander as 6 onto 7, which of course takes you onto that very, very, very long back straight, which is going to be where we will see most of the overtakes. But of course you can probably see some at turn 3 if people are brave enough. Heading down into turn number 8, which of course is that long right-hander, and where you enter the part of the circuit where you no longer have F1 track limits. There's like little red boards which show you track limits, so you can see plenty of drivers pushing it out there. Then out of the long right-hander onto a little bit of a straight, then another long right-hander of turn number 9, and then into the slowly tightening as you enter it, turn number 10, then into the long right-hander of turn number 11, into turn number 12, which of course is another left-hander, and then into the chicane, not chicane, the good old hairpin, heavy braking into turn number 13, which will take you back onto watch the curbs, indeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Of turn number 13, and that is probably where we will see the second most amount of overtakes around this circuit. And as we go over to trackside, it's over to you, Selena, as we're currently going to be getting underway for qualifying.
Yeah, and with qualifying, all the silver drivers are now currently sitting their flying lap after a bunch of the silver drivers on the hairpin on the final corner just bunched up for a second to get that gap in from like other drivers to make sure they have like that good, decent distance. About 3 seconds is what it should be for a good distance and run for a good lap. But currently everybody on their flying laps, so we'll see what they'll get in for these laps. And even on that note, I'm curious to see if anyone's gonna like I mean, this is Division 1, but I mean, I know for myself, like, I am not the best at this track, and keeping it validated is quite difficult unless you really know what you're doing and the track limits. And that's another thing too. The track limits on this track is pretty brutal. Not so much at Coda. I mean, like Coda, but Paul Ricard, it's a whole different beast. You got that long straight, but then you have Sector 1 at turn 2, and that can be quite in the rear end, let's just say. But yeah.
Yeah, the track limits here can definitely be a mixed bag. Some of them you can go wider than the day is long. It's like ridiculous, and as long as you make it back before, like for instance where Max just passed, as long as you get in before those markers, you're absolutely fine. But then there are some other ones where it feels like you can go a bit wide, but you put like your right rear tire in over it on the exit of a right-hander, and that invalidates. It's like what? Not even benefit.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and like that too. It's like you feel like you take that same corner the same way, but for some odd reason that next lap over is invalid. It's like, what? I swear I took it the same way I did the previous lap, but apparently not. It's just power card things. Quite crazy.
I mean, I feel like that's just the French doing things like that. Like, even like this is the weird thing with the Paul Ricard circuit. Sector 1 and Sector 2, so that's turn 1 down to turn number 7. It's basically F1 track limits. But once you get onto that straight, you have like those weird red markers at the side of the track. So they're the track limits and not the F1 track limits. So half the track's like, oh yeah, you have to drive in F1 terms. The other half of the track, I feel like they were just like, yeah, no, we're just going to be lazy and put boards here. But one thing that is not surprising here in qualifying for silver, we saw this last season. Colin Dunham, he sits up top currently with 1 minute 54.467. Then it's actually, I was going to say something, but somebody else has gone P2. Very, very close, 0.008, and that is Majid, who has currently gone P number 2. But of course, 444 of Colin Dunham up there in silver. Are we sure this guy shouldn't be gold with how much he tops qualifying?
It's a pretty strong time, and he is getting edged out, but he's going to take it right back. He was on a flyer that lap. Huge gains.
Yeah, well, of course, it's Colin Dunham, and I'm going to sound really biased here, but you two are teammates and you both drive Porsches. So I'm going to toot my Ferrari horn here, especially after we had a win in Monza. So yeah. I'm gonna toot my Ferrari horn.
As a transparently biased driver, I'll allow it. I know hypocrite.
Yeah, they also won the AF Corsa. If anyone watches World Endurance Championship, they also won Coda as well. We were so close. Porsche Penske was so close.
now we gotta hope that we win in Suzuka. Now we gotta hope that we win over in Japan as well.
I feel like that's going to be Toyota, just because it's their home race,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there.
To be honest, yeah, you're not wrong there. It is, but for some reason, it's always the Japanese cars that seem to win there.
Yeah, and Toyota has a very big history with prototype cars, so they're like years ahead of everybody else in that program. So I mean, it makes sense that they're like successful, but at the same time it's like let's have Porsche win and claim the title. Totally no bias at all. No.
Yeah, totally no bias here. I
No
mean, heck.
bias? No.
I mean, heck. There was a split of 3 different car drivers here last season. This is the weird thing. We've gone from having a Ferrari driver, a Porsche driver, and a Mustang driver to now a Ferrari driver and 2 Porsche drivers. I feel like this was planned out between you two.
I wish I had a plan for anything in my life. I'm just rolling with the punches over here, but I'm glad you think I have a plan.
Apparently, I'm just looking at Twitch chat. No livery for Ivan, apparently.
Must suck to suck.
Maybe didn't upload it in time. We did sing. Jess did
Not
sing
5
it.
minutes ago. Okay, 10 minutes. No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 7:30 already. 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Lord, I'm
So
surprised.
like, you can't blame us. Like, they did sync it. It's not our fault that people did not decide to upload it. As actually, I'm gonna let Jess say it because it's a Porsche on top.
Yes, it is. CJ Meeks, by almost a
Yes.
quarter of a second, is edging out Colin Dunham. CJ Meeks putting in an incredibly strong time even for D1 Silver, cracking into the 53s. I'm sure Gold isn't going to be a stranger to that, but pretty impressive that he did it. He's got such a wide margin on the rest of the field for Silvers.
Yeah, and speaking of CJ Meeks, I remember when he was in Division 2 a couple seasons ago, and that's when I believe you and I just were commentating on that before we went to D2. And I remember he was in the Merc, and yeah, he's come a long way actually. And now he's in Silver, and he's currently on provisional pole, so that's awesome for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is, and it is safe to say, I feel like the pit lane is about to get very, very busy at the exit because we got 30 seconds until the gold drivers come out. So yeah, we've got 30 seconds until the gold drivers start coming out. Yep. Oh, just look in the background. You can see them all there. They're just sat at the end. Well then, seems as they're about to come out on track. Jesus Christ, that queue is massive. Who do we think is going to be going nice and high in gold? Because I think it's safe to say who's currently going up top here for the silvers.
My vote's Mia Rose. I'm on the bandwagon.
Yeah, Mia Rose, she did fantastic last season. I mean,
Absolutely.
if I recall correctly, she almost won the individual drivers championship, but she did win the team. If I recall correctly, it's been so long. It feels like
She won
But
the
she
individual.
Yeah.
She won the individual, but lost out on the teams by 1 point.
Yeah, she did do a shoey, so there's that. So I'm looking out for her again, and also another one, Koa Dromo as well. And he didn't race last season, but he is back, and we know he is fast, and he's done SRO, so he's another one to look out for as well.
Oh yeah, Koa's no slouch.
Yeah, he's no slouch. Him and Mia, never slouch.
Call me crazy. I'm putting my bets on Jeff Spangler.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
don't
agree.
know why, but I am putting my bets on Jeff Spangler. As you see Dan Cran right there, everybody's favourite admin, just going down the back straight, and
With some company close in tow. But yeah, Jeff
Yes.
Spangler is definitely a strong performer. I feel like he's always just within arm's reach of being at the top, you know? But
Yeah.
he's never P1, but he's always there. He's competing.
Oh yeah, he's very
He-
competitive as well.
he's like the Carlos Sainz of D1.
And Chad, if I'm forgetting
You do-
any victories of him that I may have missed, please correct me.
Don't worry, I'm doing exactly the I'm doing exactly the same. Because to be honest though, last season I can't remember Suzuka or the last race because my body decided I was not gonna wake up in time. So that was fun for those races. Luckily enough, Andrew was able to get somebody for Suzuka because Selena wasn't there, and Andrew and Selena were able to do the final race. But we had loads of different race winners last season. Dominic Duran, from the top of my head, Dominic Duran, Mia Rose, Travis Nordstrom, and Michael Menning.
Yeah, Michael
And
Menning.
so, if there was anybody else, please do let us know, because brain, not working apparently. As the laps will start here for the gold division, and going to be quite an interesting one. But like we said, those two have got their bets on the heroes. I've got mine on Jeff Spangler because, as we were saying, Jeff Spangler is kind of like the Carlos Sainz. He's just, you don't realise he's there until he's on the podium.
Yeah. Even some of the there's quiet drivers in here too that just come out of nowhere and say nothing, and that's like, oh, they're on the podium or won. That's
Estefano Barrera actually being one of them as we go to watch him. Yes, that is a very nice black car right there. You did not upload your livery in time. Oh,
yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah, last season I saw that too. I didn't see a livery for his car. Okay, I thought, wait, Travis Nordstrom's not in a Honda? What is this? Oh, back in the Porsche. And speaking of that, that livery looks so good. I love that.
You made that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I don't make liveries. I just edit and race.
Yeah, you just did it. I saw your thing. Oh my god, right. Whilst we're here, don't mind me. I'm just uploading a TikTok because I totally forgot to.
We got some love for Estefano Barrera in chat from Sorevim, or SorryVM, not sure. And Javier Salazar and Omar Escorcia. Good luck to you all.
Don't crash. Which, if you crash here, I have no idea how, considering this place is a parking lot.
We got some initial times rolling across the line now for gold, and immediately Jeremy Mercer cracks into the 53.8s. He wastes no time getting hopping to it. Neither do Mr. Sir Dom Duran. Both their bankers pretty strong into the 53s.
Mr. Sir, that is a brand new livery. That is a lovely looking livery, actually.
Yes, it is. I like the colors really complement each other.
Yeah, they do. I really like that with the silver and the orange. It really complements it really well.
As I'm Roger for now, subscribing with Prime for 21 months in a row.
King.
Ooh,
King.
Nice, Loic.
This is what's crazy for me. People have been here for this long. I've only been here for about 3-4 months. I still find that crazy.
Yeah, time flies. I mean, before you know it, you'll be in here for like a year. Because I remember, jeez, I've been in here for like, I think 2 years now in SRA. I first joined in the multi-class mayhem, but then I joined in season 5 of the team series. So time flies. It's crazy. Ooh. Wow. That's crazy.
OG right there. OG, basic. So basically, in this box, we've got a near true OG, the middle ground, and the baby.
Indeed. Oh.
But that would be 6 times now.
And he's in the, he's actually in the I was gonna say Boatley, but yes, it is a boat, hence why we nickname it the Boatley for the Bentley. And last season he was in the Ford Mustang, so he's making these cars work. But then again, he is an SRO driver and he is fast, so that is crazy. Yeah, he makes it look real easy. It's crazy.
He had to go into Bentley. He's had to go into the Bentley to tone down his powers, because if he just drove a normal McLaren or a Ferrari, he would just dominate too much. So he just has to be in the Bentley to make it a bit harder for himself.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah, Jacob Palmieri in
realized I had been muted for a bit and stream. Sorry about that. But I was just saying, you know what else is OP is the GTR, which has been overperforming lately.
Yeah. So as we see Jacob Palmieri in P2, and he's... Let's check the time between pole and, well, about 2/10 between Michael Menning and Jacob Palmieri. And
yeah, quarter of a
both
second, and
hold their
nobody's
card.
looking like they're about to take it off of them. But yeah, pretty impressive that
Wow.
our top performers are doing so well with unconventional cars, let's say.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. We've got a Bentley 1-2, folks.
Oh
Good
my
lord.
goodness, have they done it? Sus indeed.
Bop, bop, bop.
Yeah. Hit him with the steel chair, admins.
Blame the bot. Blame the bot.
Still, -10. No.
No.
I'm gonna put. I want to know what chat thinks. I'm gonna put up a poll. Should we?
Yeah.
Should
bop
we
the
put more
boat? Don't bop the boat. Bop it. Vote now.
Bop it.
Bop it.
Twist it.
Bop it, twist it. Oh man, I feel old now.
Don't worry, I feel old. I remember having that when I was a kid, and I'm 18.
Oh, back in
feel
my day,
old.
I used to have the bop it, little twister thing. Oh
Back
man.
in my day, I used to have the bop it. Back in my day, I used to have those little bugs that you make run around tubes. Oh my god, anybody remember Beyblades?
Of course.
Yes, I remember those.
Let it rip!
Beyblade, let it rip. I
Let
should
it
probably
rip.
shouldn't say that, just in case.
Yeah, we don't want to get copyrighted, as of
Yeah,
course,
no
Mia
copyright here.
Rose around the final corner in the trusted McLaren with that. That is, I do not know what to think about livery.
I really like it. I think hers and
And
her
that's
teammates
P2.
are very
I
pretty and
really
complement
like
each
that
other.
livery. Yeah, that's
be
a
honest,
really cool livery.
I like the livery. The only thing that puts me off is the hood and the top. Because
I
to me
guess
it
the
seems
green
weird.
and yellow don't exactly mix with the purple and the red, or in whatever
Yeah.
Yeah.
shade of like fuchsia. I don't know. That is, it's a little clashy at that point right there. I see what you mean, but I still like it.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. I do wonder if that green and yellow is like, I think it's an Australian sports thing, because I know like
It's the
Aussie
colours of the
sports-
Australia. Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
colours of the Australian national team.
yeah, because I'm not sure if that's actually like what she was going for, but that's what it seems like. But probably. But that looks really cool though, with the
Herrera
color
finishes
gradient
strong,
like that.
P4 for now, crossing the line and ending his last valid lap. Jeff Spangler keeping it in there. He's got about a fifth of a second up. That'll help a lot. That'll put him on maybe starting P3. He stumbles a little bit though, loses about a tenth. Is not where he wants to be doing that. Gains a bit back. And he pushes a little too hard, does a little complimentary donut for us. How nice. Not nice for him, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the commentary curse.
Indeed.
Yep. Tends to happen here. No surprise there. It's a common thing in the commentary box.
Somebody just said in chat, best Mustang livery goes to Omar S. Garcia.
We'll do a slow grid walk right after we finish qualifying, and we'll get a nice close look at everybody's livery, and we'll get a nice fair judgment of that, who really has the best.
Indeed, indeed. It's around the final corner for Jeremy Mercer. Gonna go to the line, pedal to the metal.
He
foot
was
to the
doing
floor.
so good.
And
He was up a quarter of a second almost in
Oh.
Sector 3, but by the end of Sector 3, he just lost it all. And that will close this out.
That's qualifying done. So that was an interesting one. Two Bentleys up top, and I don't think anybody was expecting two Bentleys to be up top, were we?
Not me.
Not really. I mean, I know the straight line speed would be crazy, but honestly, no, not at all. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, indeed. And like we said we were going to do a grid walk, and because Jess is the one who has all the buttons, and we were talking about this before, basically the person down in the pit lane, Jess, we'll take it to you for the liveries.
Yes, we will. Pretty boring up front. Michael, I don't know what's going on here. Mr. Sir looking damn good. Damn good, repping that SRO participation. The diamond fade from orange to silver. It's hot. It's hot. Mia Rose looking very rosy. And Mr. Barrera failing to show up at all. Hello? Jacob Palmieri. What is this again? Is this like a Subaru thing going on? Or just Italy? Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Oh, yeah.
Italia.
And
look at that
Italia. Mamma mia.
Dom Duran repping SRA in a simple but classy livery. Escorcia also failing to show up with a livery. Hello. Jeff Spangler complimenting Mia Rose real good in this. He's got his custom logo and everything. Kelvin Lau, very funky. Pink, teals, mint green, purples. Love this. Love it. Dan Cran, not far behind his teammate. Travis Nordstrom, look at this blue.
That's what I've been saying. It looks so good.
Now that
so
you know,
nice.
That is a McLaren. That is a McLaren livery on a Porsche right there.
Is it? Maybe. It looks good.
But
I gotta speed it up.
We gotta speed it up. Right. We'll just fly through and just see him. We'll just look at him. We'll just fly through because everybody's about to get going. So, we're not gonna get to the end. We're not gonna get to the end of the grid. But to be fair, nobody ever gets to the end of the grid on a good old grid walk anyway.
We'll try.
Well then, here we go.
He's gonna start moving any second now, and there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go then. So the formation lap at the Circuit Paul Ricard, located at La Castella in the south of France. Which, fun fact, this track is closer to Monaco than it is to the capital of France. So, if you really wanted to get picky about which capital it was closest to, technically this could be a Monaco Grand Prix if you were going based off how close they are to capitals.
I'll take it.
Interesting. The more you know.
Yes, don't ask how I know that, I just randomly do. To be fair, you can't really blame me, I did travel and tourism for 2 years in college, so I just know this stuff randomly.
Oh wow, that's cool.
I'm a motorsport person who did travel and tourism. You could probably wonder how that panned out.
Yeah.
Here we go then. So the grid order for this race goes as follows. Michael Menning on pole position. He will have his teammate in the Bentley, Mr. Sir, alongside. It's Mia Rose, Jacob Palmieri, Estefano Barrera, Dominic Duran, Peter O'Brien, Jeff Spangler, Omar Escorcia, and Kevin Lau rounds out the top 10 as Sen, Travis Nordstrom, Dan Cran, Jeremy Mercer, Trickler, Meeks, Meltzer, and I'm going to let Selena go through the rest of it.
I gotta escort.
I got
Lau. Oh, P15. All right. Coadromo. Eric Murray. Guy Person. Landry. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry I don't know your first name. Oh, Nicolandry. Yep. Colin. Salazar. I'm going this. Timothy Blamger. Butkus. I also forgot the first name. Joel Moffat. Joel Moffat. John Archie. Billy Kish. Max Simmons. Eric Boardman. Fire Queso. Fozzie Majid.
Slow down.
Jason Allen. Oh man, everyone is like going fast here. Loic Normando. Gator. Ivan McCroat. Brendan Chin. Carpenter. Nixon. And Brooker Quigg. AKA our BOP, one of our BOP drivers.
Who doesn't love a good old bit of bop? Who doesn't love a good old bit of bop?
Yep. Map
Right,
it.
right. Let's try not to get copyrighted, okay? Plus, we're not exactly sponsored by them. Speaking of it, we're going into the final sector, so it's going to be quite an interesting one. Let's get predictions going, shall we? Let's see. How many people do we think are going to crash in the first sector?
4.
Yeah, 4 is pretty solid. Yeah. I don't want to say 5. I hope not 5.
I'm gonna say 2. Like, I feel like because there's so much runoff here, I feel like it's kind of hard to crash into each other. Then again, who knows? It's online racing. Netcode is a thing, so we'll wait and see as we are going to come into the final few corners. Michael Menning in the lead. Mr. Sir will be alongside. It's a Bentley 1-2, but Mia Rose and Jacob Palmineri will be right behind them. And as we head around the final corners, this is where it's going to get fun. Mamma mia! Right there in P number 4. But as we head to the line, it is going to be one hell of a time as everybody will come out the final few corners. And it's let's go because the green flag drops and away we go. Mia Rose is not going to get a good start, but Michael Menning definitely is. Down into turn 1, we've already got Palmineri on the outside as we've got down the inside. Also, Estefana Barreras. Oh, it's nice and clean for the time being. As round to the inside is and there's contact. Somebody's
we lost somebody.
Crash so far. That's
Looks
2,
like 307.
That's 3, that's 4, that's 5.
What did I say? 5.
What did
No.
you say,
Oh, it's
Selena?
not 4. Oh no, the curse.
We're gonna get a replay here.
Oh no.
I think my replay's going in
Back-
slow motion for some reason.
No, it's because you've gone so far back. They're coming into the final corner.
Oh,
It was the good old
it's on
formation
30.
line.
My bad. Well, we totally missed that
Yeah.
because I had a
You-
misconfiguration. But we'll jump right back to the action up front.
Yeah,
We can
and it's
replay for that.
there we go. Finally, an update is actually further back. Seems like we've got a Ford going for a move, but Mia Rose still sat
We're
P
running
number
3
4.
wide.
And that's
with,
it. Yeah, that is 3 wide.
Behind. Peter O'Brien. Oh, nearly 3
He's
wide.
boxed in.
Peter O'Brien, Coadromo squeezing right in with Oh,
They're still side by side though.
goddamn person still sticking on the inside, making sure that he's right in front. Slots right in front of Peter O'Brien, but Landry.
Oh, Peter O'Brien
right
tried.
on the inside.
Yeah, Peter tried to hold it on the outside. Now
Oh.
Landry's sneaking around.
Jeez.
But
I mean,
Landry's a little too wide there. Didn't lose really anything, but CJ Meeks right behind him, so he has to make sure that he is not making any more mistakes because Colin Dunham, and actually not just Colin Dunham, but like obviously on the first lap coming up to the second lap, you got a whole train behind him, so that's a lot more pressure going on right there.
John Archie has Bailey Kish sniffing on his tail right now. Look at this. This is going to be a contended turn 1.
Most
contested.
definitely down into turn 1. And
Super
Matt is
brave on the
going-
brakes. Bailey Kish, and he hangs it around the outside, holds it on the inside, nails his apex, and he's got the line with John Archie, trying to hold on around the outside, but he's still there. This fight's not over. Maybe another 2 corners? But is there anything that
I don't
John
know.
Archie can do here? I don't think so. And now John Salazar's coming into the
Brown,
picture.
Oh, and
missing
that
the
was...
Um,
Yeah. I was about to say, there's somebody off track there. Well, here we go then. This is what I said this before. This is where most of your overtakes are going to happen. And as long as you're within 0.7 seconds of the car ahead, you will have slipstream as you come on the back straight. It's pedal to the metal, foot to the floor, and you will look to get every opportunity that you can. Laundry having to defend from CJ Meeks, but it's going to be wheel to wheel, side by side, heading down towards turn number 8 into the long right-hander, and we get some beautiful trackside shots. They're going to keep it there. Meeks is going to have to go around the outside. He's going to lose out to him. Colin Dunham right there, though, looking to take advantage down the inside into turn number 9, and that is a beautiful overtake. Meeks has lost out, and he's going to have to reset and go again probably at the end of this lap or onto the next one.
That was really gracefully done by Colin.
That's
Striking
nice
right at
side.
the perfect opportunity, ready to go.
Jared Troxclair, but Coadromo just still trying to make sure there's a gap right on the inside, tries to take it. Actually sends it right into the final hairpin. It's still on the inside. On the outside, actually, but wasn't quite successful trying to get that overtake done. And a little straight, home straight. Looks like Jared Troxclair. Oh, the relative's trying to sort itself out.
And actually, back here we got Troxclair. We got Troxclair versus Dromo momentarily. Nice and clean. Don't crash into each other, please. Luckily, it seems like that lap 1 contact, which, of course, is expected as lap 1, so we can't really follow. It was actually down the inside.
Peter O'Brien and Guy Manperson.
Oh, yeah, right on the outside. He's making a little bit of contact on the rear axle, but Guy Manperson still tries to make it through, going on the inside. Now is on the outside. Now it's just a matter of who's got lower wing and better straight line speed.
That might be Guy Manperson.
Yeah. Looks to be, so far, Peter O'Brien, though, is pulling...
Everybody's pulling on him. Is he in the wrong engine map? Why is Guy Manperson going so slow?
Yeah.
He's getting mugged!
Slow.
Oh, no!
Oh, my God. Well, to be fair,
look at that.
it's a BMW. It is pretty tanky, where if you look round him, the car, there's one other BMW.
2 others. He's getting mugged by 2 other BMWs reeled him in. I think something's wrong with his car.
Did he get caught up in that? He's down in P16, and it was a bit of car. Did he get away scot-free and not spin? But maybe he got caught up a little bit in that first lap contact.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. That's strange, because he lost a lot, but I mean, like, he lost... It looked fine on the back straight, but it just didn't seem to...
Ooh, Meeks goes a little deep. Kish gets up on his inside.
Yeah, that's gonna give Bailey an opportunity, but no, he's gonna... The Porsche gets ahead, pulls over, gonna play the defensive game into turn number 1, which, of course...
Looking.
Yeah, he's looking for it. He will go.
He's there.
He's trying to send it, but
he lost the rear.
There still, not far enough straight in to make it happen.
Yeah, no, I think he got onto. Of course, now that everybody's out on track a little bit, rubber will start to be put down, especially thanks to qualifying.
Oh, he's sending it.
He will start to get my balls. Yeah, he sent it. He's gonna keep on going around turn 4, around turn 5, around the outside. Goes to slot.
It's there!
And that's...
Oh, no!
So that's contact between the 2 drivers.
No!
I believe that was Meeks who made the contact and who went round. That was John Archie.
Yes, it is.
In the Ferrari. And that is not going to be good as we do get the replay. You can see it here as we go inside the car, heading into turn into the 3, 4, 5, 6 section, which is really awkward to do on controller. I am sure Selena can relate to me. But going for the switchback as it went white momentarily.
But that was the
sadly
setup.
we did not get it, and that was...
Sorry, I've been away from the controls for a while. I fixed it. But the battle is still on, slightly up ahead. Dan Cran and Mr. Jeremy Mercer.
Yeah. It's a nice little battle between these two. It's what you love to see. Good old bit of Aston Martin versus Lamborghini action. Why the heck a Ferrari logo is on an Aston Martin?
Yeah,
I have absolutely no idea why is that on there. As a Ferrari and Williams fan, I feel... Hi, Andrew! Andrew's in Twitch chat. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello, Andrew. Travis Nordstrom trying to get into the slipstream of Dan Cran.
And he does and gets to the inside. Not so brave on the brakes, though.
No.
Ooh, this is honestly what happens. He's gonna keep it there. Travis Nordstrom is right there, and
that's what you gotta do. You just
gotta
make sure.
do what you gotta do.
It's like a little early break in Kelvin Loud, just right there.
They're so close.
There's actually one thing to point out on the timing board on the left-hand side. While we've been focusing on these battles further back, Estefano Barrera has actually got past Mia Rose. So
Ooh,
that's Mia Rose off the podium and Estefana Barrera up in the P number 3.
She's not far behind though.
Oh, Travis Nordstrom having a better straight line speed just by a hair with Dan Curran, with Kelvin Lau stuck behind the two of them. And so everybody else, Shares Trox, Claire, Koa Dromo, and Peter O'Brien. Oh,
Are they going to go side by side for
there.
all this turn? They are.
Yes, they are. They're going to keep it, and it's what you'll love to see, and it's still going to be there. Travis Nordstrom,
right now.
it's a lovely little battle,
Oh, nice. That's beautiful.
Some trading of positions directly behind them too. Peter O'Brien looks like took a spot off Jared Troxclair. Though who could say who had it first?
Yeah.
Ooh, nearly bunching up too much here. This was nearly a big pile up.
No. That was. I feel like, luckily enough, it's a hairpin. I think if that was a normal corner, loads of those people would have gone round. But Peter O'Brien right now versus Guyman Person, and that is going to be Peter O'Brien up into a good old P number 15. He's going to keep it there for the time being, as we're going to keep on going around through turn 1, through turn 2, down towards turn number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which, of course, you're just constantly turning your wheel around there. And then you get a good old little bit of relaxation down the back straight. As long as you don't have somebody right up the bumper of your car, which if you do, then you're going to have to defend. As actually, something to point out, Dan's moved from pillars from Rillar's Racing, from Rillar's Pacing to Plan A.
Good for him. Nice promotion.
Nice.
That is very nice, as we see Colin Dunham right now on Guy Manperson. Guy Manperson, he's already been overtaken once this race, and he's going to get overtaken again. He does not have that straight line speed. Oh my god.
286, and that BMW is like just made 280. Wow. 6 kilometer difference right there, right at the end of that back straight.
Yeah, that was
Probably has his wing settings on high, like probably like high wing settings right there or something.
Ooh, I gotta jump back to Fire Queso, who just lost 2 spots. How did that happen? Oh, at the end of the straight, that's how. What did he do?
How did that happen? You just asked how did that happen? That's called a skill issue.
Here it comes. Oh, big wiggle. Has to drive off track. Mega wide. Yeah, that'll cost him some time. And he rejoins behind a couple people.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of to be expected around here, isn't it? Like, we can't really say anything about it, but it's what happens. You can't really stop it when everything is in motion. So
true.
Yeah.
Bye, Andrew. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, Crown and Meeks trading positions again.
That's going to be a move. That's going to be a car around the outside. Everybody has a white car right here, so that makes my life 10 times harder.
No kidding.
Because I don't have race control like Jess and Selena, so everybody being in a very bright white car makes my life a lot harder. Thanks, guys. It's already hard enough being here at early hours in the morning. All right, come on, have some variety as we're going to go down the back straight. It's going to be Tronclair versus Peter O'Brien. Good old Lamborghini power, good old Italian power, which for some reason the Lambo is in. Why does everybody choose similar liveries to McLaren? I have no idea. But as we head through turn number 8, and that's going to be a lovely move by Peter, but he's going to have to defend from Tronclair once. Or is it Dromo actually? It's either. Yeah, trying to defend against Tronclair, as a Lambo overtook a Nissan on Mistral. Yes, it did. I have no idea why or how, but it did. It did, and there's realistically not much we can really do about it, is there? So
Looks like we have
you
our
kind of
first
just have
pit. Dom Duran pitting out a P8.
I was actually about to bring up, like, we're 15 minutes. I was actually about to bring that up. We're 15 minutes into the race now. People are probably going to start pitting. So when are we going to expect most of the grid to come in? To be honest, as I think I finally figured out why there is a good old Ferrari logo on that car. And I think it's because that's Ferrari's plan E, in case any of the other Ferraris do bad. They're like, we got an Aston Martin, we'll just slap a good old Ferrari logo on it, just have it as backup. Then if that crosses the line and wins, then we can use that as an excuse.
Always have a backup.
We always have a backup. Who doesn't love to have a backup?
Can I just say, before we start seeing lots of people pitting, just how crazy, how tight this field is right now. We've got two big trains with everybody within a second of each other, split mostly around the middle of the track, actually. And everywhere you look, there's a gaggle of like 10 cars. It's nuts.
Yeah, and speaking of nuts, Coadromo just getting that slipstream and sticking it on the inside in hopes of getting in front of Dan Cran, and that he does. Dan Cran going a little bit wide. And that gives the position right to Coadroma for P11.
Dan hoping for a line around the outside, not really going to work there.
Yeah, not really going to work.
Oh, what's this? Jason Allen not washed anymore? He just passed Fosley. Let's catch that replay.
Well, I feel like we just jinxed it because we've gone to the replay because we're going to get a good old look at it. We're going to get a good old look at this again. Unless we've gone too far back. Oh, that's a rear end loss. He's just completely lost the rear end coming out of turn number 8 and then just going into turn number 9. That's just going to be
so he didn't pass. He just defended correctly.
Yeah. Oh. Lost the rear end, takes the defensive, and just chills there for the time being. As that is going to be a slight bit of contact between them. Yeah, it's a little bit of argy-bargy, but just a little bit of argy-bargy between the two, but it's going to be nice and civil argy-bargy. Like just, it's like sibling. It's like siblings. Like when you like play fight with your siblings. I don't know if this is just like a British thing or anything. May just be a British thing, but like play fighting with your siblings. It's like that. You don't actually hurt each other. You just have like a little bit of fun. And luckily enough, there has only been 2 incidents in this race within 15 minutes. So if we're going by that statistic, we should see another 6 incidents.
Oh, Colin Dunham making the move on the Mistral Straight with that straight line speed and gets past Troxler. Although I think someone mentioned in the chat, Diego mentioned that Troxler definitely has damage, so I don't think I see any, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. it may, to be fair, that's the thing with ACC. To be fair. To be fair though, like, I don't know what it's like on PC, because I only watch through Discord, hi guys, but like, on console, it's like that sometimes. Like you'll pick up damage, but you can't actually see it. Especially me at the Nordschleifer, I always pick up damage somewhere. Yeah, I could never see it on my car.
Huh, interesting.
And surprisingly, me mentioning Nordschleifer didn't send Selena going on about how much she loves the Nordschleifer. That's new.
I love the Nordschleifer.
When you bring that up, you're just inviting her now.
Oh,
I know it's just inviting it.
Actually, speaking of the Nordschleifer, I will quickly plug this.
John Archie definitely has damage.
But yeah, oh my god.
I will definitely plug this. If you want to join Multi-Class Mayhem with multi-classes, there is 3 hours of the Nordschleife during the Team Series break week. So if you want to do the Nordschleife, sign up for Multi-Class Mayhem. That's coming up. I think next week is the first round at Laguna Seca. So I am very hyped for the Nordschleife, and I'm definitely doing that solo because give me all the time at the Nordschleife.
just going to point this out. Jess, please can you put the Discord stream on ACC? That makes my life 10 times easier, thanks. I didn't realise how small the name... the Discord stream, can you put it on the ACC game instead of the Discord, because... instead of OBS, because it makes my life 10 times easier to see. I just never said anything, because it was just there, and I'm like, huh, it's really small. And you just switched over to ACC real quick. That is way better. And you switched over to ACC real quick. I'm like, oh my god, that makes it so much better. There we go. Nice and easy. Thank you very much. As we continue on, going on between these drivers, as we see good old Joe Moffat versus Butkus and Jason Allen in front of him, as we actually see McCroke.
Lots of trading spots right now in the backfield.
Yeah, as actually, he's got Queso in front of him. Good old Queso, good old Queso. As we are in France, that's the only time I'm going to make that joke, because Jess...
Portmanteau between French and Spanish? You're wild.
Yes, I know, and yeah, as we... Yeah, you can see the damage before. The damage on that car is... It's just but a scratch, it seems. It's totally just a scratch. At least it's not as bad as some of that I saw yesterday doing a GT, doing some, well, yeah, yesterday, because it started midnight for me. Yesterday, somebody was there were two GT4 drivers battling each other. One of them almost had the bonnet falling off, and the other had the hood almost flying off, so...
Estefano Barrera just got around Mr. Sir at the end of the back straight, and it looks like he might hold him off. Yeah, that Bentley has nowhere to go.
Yes, as I cannot see what's happening because Jess has minimized the application.
Blink says week 1 of
I didn't do that, I alt-tabbed. Can you see it now?
For me, it just says Jess Osborne. Jess Osborne
OBS.
minimized their applications. Sit tight. Yeah. If you just have to share OBS, just share OBS.
Yeah, I know what to do. I can pop out the preview as a full screen preview.
Yeah.
I'll tab away from that and then show you that.
I could just lean in closer to my TV, which definitely is not good for my eyes. But heck, I don't even wear my glasses anyway. Might as well make them worse.
Just a moment.
It's like, I'm sorry. Just a moment. Please stand by, as someone just said British person pronouncing Queso hurts. This is what happens when this is what happens when you have British people doing commentary. we pronounce things this way. It's the only time I'm going to say this. Andrew said it last season. I'm pretty sure the saying is we're British. We didn't invade the entire world to speak their language.
Rude. How's that? Can you see that preview better now?
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Excellent. I'll do that from now on. More people in the pits. Bailey Kish, Mercer, and Nordstrom, some of our front runners.
Wait. Who doesn't love it, eh?
Onto the back straight again, and Mr. Sir and Barrera have not been able to separate themselves from each other.
They're like 2/10 away from each other. That's crazy.
I'm sure that Bentley looks like a big orange alien in his rearview mirror.
Yeah. Could be quite intimidating, especially on those back straights, but Barrera seems to be holding him back fairly well on the straights, so there's a plus for him.
Coadromo making that BMW look like a roadblock in front of his Porsche. And that corner is going through it so slow.
Indeed. Right, yeah, Jess, you're just gonna have to stream. I think you're just gonna have to stream your screen to Discord because it says stream pause again. We'll roll with it. Like guys, it's all right. We roll with it. Guys, it's round 1, okay? Jess has just come out of retirement. Don't blame us. I can just lean into the screen.
I did nothing wrong.
Jess did nothing wrong, okay? Don't blame Jess for being a bit rusty, okay? Don't blame her.
I've had it. Can't take this abuse anymore.
The abuse.
It's not allowed. This is an inclusive environment. Why do I have 2 portals in my bag?
Looks like quite a bit of drivers are currently pitting.
A lot,
At
yeah.
the 36-minute mark. Yeah, that's nearly halfway in.
This is about
I'm
when
sure
I'd
they're
be
tired
pitting,
of
yeah.
Yeah.
Got my charger on my back. Yeah, perks of being a college student.
Oh. Ryder, it looks like I think 36, 37. Yeah, Ryder going for the move on Loic Normando.
Oh, where's this?
All the way back in P36 and P37.
And Ryder goes into the pits. See, this is why we need Alexa in the booth, because she's got the energy. She steps away to get a charger or something for 30 seconds and it's just dead. Hope y'all are enjoying the show, folks. And if you are, then maybe you should send some support to the people who support us. Like a huge thank you to our SRA sponsors, like Documize. Or, you know, I should start with Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. And Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. And to AT3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience with with premium 3D printed accessories, featuring precision-crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style. Elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. As well as Documize, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documize.com to learn more today. And from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And to Go Setups, premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. And Castle and Cauldron, a home-based gaming business specializing in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. That's facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And our newest sponsor from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look good for all the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more. That's the letters kpconcepts.com. Man, that ad read is getting a lot longer. Thank you to all our sponsors, old and new. Jumpy Whale says you had a Twitch ad play in the middle of that ad? Now that's adception. That's unacceptable. We want our sponsors to get the limelight. Not Taco Bell. Is Alexa still gone? Is my mic working? I think my Discord crashed. Just a moment, folks. Alexa, are you back? Hello?
Hello?
You're back.
Hello?
That was weird.
Okay,
I
what
think
happened?
sometime in the
Okay,
middle of
well-
my ad read, I think we lost Discord again.
Oh.
Yay! Don't worry. Don't worry. I've got the ad read, so
No,
just
I already
don't
finished
worry
it.
about
Everybody
it.
heard it already.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
they hear me just
Oh.
fine.
Oh.
My OBS is fine. Discord drops and I lose y'all.
Oh, fun. Okay, right. Okay, I knew so. Okay, something was definitely up because now I see the stream perfectly fine on Discord. So, yay! Round 1 curse, everybody. Welcome in.
Yay!
This happened last season as well.
I don't know if anyone heard us then, Alexa, because we were just talking.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh!
Not during the ad read.
Oh!
Jake taken out by I have no idea who it was, but he just got taken right out at that left-hander.
We'll catch the replay.
Oh, or right-hander, I should say.
They heard Jess.
Oh.
They only heard Jess, Selena.
Yeah, I figured. We were just talking away.
Just
About
talking
how-
away, having a nice chit chat.
Yeah, about how Paul Ricard is a great truck to race on, but not so much spot launching.
That was really unfortunate coming together right at the start of the braking zone. They
Yeah.
both picked a line and they disagreed on who got dibs.
Heck, second car almost went into him as well. Like, oh,
Wow.
that was real close. That was probably
Hey.
like millimeters. The second car almost hit him.
Oh, speaking of close, Brooker Quigg comes the attack on Joel Moffat.
Did I lose y'all again? Hello? Oh my gosh, Discord dropped again. Sorry, folks. Hello? No, I gotta What a shame. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. I did not write Discord.
Nah,
They
I
probably-
don't.
I don't
right,
think
Jess-
they spoke
right,
in
they
that.
can probably hear us now.
Yes, they can.
I
Sorry, I
don't-
disconnected again. Just for 15
okay.
seconds.
I guess so. It's Jover.
It's Jova. It's Jova.
Discord momento.
It's
Things
Jesper.
love to see.
It's not my fault. I didn't
It's
do nothing.
not Jess's fault.
That's
It's
my
not
fault.
Jess's fault. It's not Jess's fault, folks.
Oh, Eric Boardman and Butkus side by side for a second, but Eric Boardman's still sticking out on the front in that defense. Man, a lot of good battles though today. A lot of good battles.
Oh, it's been an awesome race.
Some unfortunate events, but nonetheless though, like the battles have been amazing. Especially in Sector 3, like that's where the overtaking really does happen.
And we're currently on target for how many incidents I said there would be with my
Yeah.
prediction.
Yeah,
Like, I
exactly.
said there was 2 within the first 15 minutes. I'm like, huh? I'm pretty sure we're gonna. I feel like we're gonna have 6 incidents left. We've already had 2, and we've got just under half an hour remaining. I'm on track.
Yeah, there you go. Right on schedule.
Right on schedule, unlike public transport.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the metro where I live.
Trust me,
Javier
the
Salazar
only
not very impressed with Nick San right now, giving him the flashers after turn 1.
naughty, stop giving the flashes.
Naughty, naughty.
Ivan McCroat wanting to go around the outside after the back straight, not quite working out. And our current race leader finally serves in his pits. That's going to drop him right down so our actual race leaders can take over. That would be Michael Menning. And he's walking away from Barrera with an 8.5 second gap right now. It's making it look easy. Barrera having just gotten around Mr. Sir, or at least shaking loose from him not too long ago. And I think Discord crashed again. And we'll be back online. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what to say. Just Discord keeps crashing. Not much I can do about it. I even closed the Explorer.
We roll and hope for the best.
Yeah. It's always the same thing with round one. It's interesting.
Right, you know what?
Every time.
Right, it seems to be having issues. Selena, do you want to stream your screen for me, just in case Jess disconnects again?
I'll do that.
Just get a bit of backup going.
Just in case.
Just in case, Pocket. Just in case.
There we go.
Wait. There we go. Wait.
Hey. Gotta find some good stuff. Oh, a little wiggle moment from Poadromo.
I lost him again. Sorry, just Discord refuses to stay open for me, everybody.
We'll just keep on watching. We'll just keep on watching the battles, which we think Jess is watching. Welcome back, Jess.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
The real question is, Jess, how many tabs do you have open?
I don't even have Internet Explorer or Firefox open. It's the game, Discord, OBS, and Race Control.
That's crazy.
Oh.
It's Discord's fault.
We'll blame Discord. Somebody was flashing the headlights. Who's flashing the headlights?
It's always a Discord problem. I mean, I already have issues with it on my phone with sending videos, and it lags till the cows go home. So I gave up, and now I'm on just sending it through my PC. So.
Oh yeah, no, on my phone, I always have that Discord glitch where like it randomly makes Discord bigger.
Oh, that's weird.
I just always have that random glitch. We apologise for any technical inconveniences. If this is impacting the stream, we sincerely apologise. You can call our support line at 08700 921 3271 if you wish to make a complaint. Please do not do that. That is not an actual real phone number, and if it is, I would rather not have people randomly ringing somebody up. that would be a very awkward conversation.
Hello, I'd like a refund to my SRA stream.
refund. Speaking of refund,
would like
I think Brooker Craig wants a refund because he just got overtaken by Eric Boardman, who's slotted right in between them both, goes a little wide in hopes for not losing that position again, but he does. Brooker Craig gets back his refund. And now with Butkus right behind Eric Boardman. So that was an unfortunate loss for Eric Boardman when he thought he had the light of day. No light of days for Butkus.
That was contact.
Oh,
I think that was contact with I think it was a Ford that he made contact with. It was either a Ford or a Mustang. There was contact there, and he's gone around.
Yeah.
So that is, we're on track. That's four so far.
Oh,
so it's an Aston, which is kind of a Ford, right?
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. They're almost identical, except one is better because it's British.
Oh, Brooker Quake going for the send again. He is not done yet, but that just was not close enough. But Eric Boardman still hungry for more. Quite close.
Yeah, we're gonna keep on going at it. It's nose. It is a bumper. It's bumper to bumper. It's wheel to wheel.
Yeah.
Well, it's not wheel to wheel right now, but they are going to go for it as we head out of turn number 6 and through turn number 7 onto the back straight. Pedal to the metal foot to the floor for Boardman, as he is going to be in the slipstream. He's going to have plenty of a run. However, he may not have the best setup, but he's going to be right there. You're going to get a perfect shot down the back straight, wheel to wheel, side by side. Boardman versus Quig gets the move done nice and clean on the back straight. If this was Formula 1 and there was DRS, that would have been done way earlier, and that makes it boring. But that right there, that was a nice, clean, and beautiful overtake.
Yeah, that Porsche had that straight line speed right logged in, and you love to see it. Definitely no bias at all. No way. What is this? But actually, Quig going back for the overtake on the inside, but now has to choose that he's on the outside. Leaves as much room as he can, but a little bit of a wiggle moment by Eric Boardman. But now has to face consequences of Brendan Chan squeezing on the outside. But Brendan Chan, unfortunate bend for a drive-through. Oh no, after all that effort, after all that work.
He'd been on a charge too. He was at the back of the field before. Oh, then he came in fast too. I think he might be serving another one after this.
He didn't mean to come in fast. He may actually appeal that, because there was a McLaren that went into the rear end of him. It didn't cause him to spin or anything, but a McLaren went into the rear end, causing a bit of contact. So he was on track to stop perfectly, but I think that McLaren just bumped him in and made him speed.
I'm not sure you can appeal in-game penalties like that, though. Like, what are they going to do? Subtract 30 seconds from your race time? Probably not.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Oh my! Jacob Palmieri gets loose and bumps off, what is that? Dominic Duran nearly dies from this. Let's see this from their perspective.
Oh, he's way outfield. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
If anybody's wondering, I'm watching Selena's screen now and not Jess's. So, Jess has the nice broadcast.
I've got the replay now, and Palmieri's got his nose up the inside. They're side by side coming into the brake, stab on the brakes, and he just loses it on the inside a little bit, and his nose goes the other way and ends up spinning him.
Yeah, as actually, hey up, turn number one, Estefano Barrera, Mr. Sir, Bentley versus Ferrari, and that is Barrera who's got past that,
P2 and P3.
Yeah, P2, I did say that. But Mr. Sir versus Estefano Barrera, we didn't even clock this, that's a voice crack. We didn't even clock this, and we do apologise. Estefano Barrera got past Mia Rose earlier on in this race. And while we've been looking away, he's got past Mr. Sir and up in a P number 2. But Mr. Sir, within 0.5, he will try and get the run down the back straight. He will have a slipstream, even if it's very weak, thanks to being within 0.7 seconds. Who has the better power, though, underneath the car? Most likely the Ferrari, as that is a lapped car of Marecki, who they will both go past. And that's probably going to give him a little bit of a boost. But heading down towards turn number 8, he's going to keep on closing in. We can probably see.
No, the Ferrari is actually quicker than the Bentley, so there's that straight line speed advantage.
Yeah, Peter O'Brien and Dominic Duran going side by side into the braking zone of the back straight. Looks like Peter O'Brien had just enough speed to cover him off. And is he going to get pit maneuvered? No, he will not. They'll both survive. Very close. And before that, we caught the replay of Palmieri, unfortunately spinning out and rejoining on the track behind like 6 other people. Unfortunately, got by him. Oh, but we got a jump. We're about to go 2, maybe 3 wide. Maybe 3 wide. Jason Allen, Durant, and McCroat duking it out again on the back straight. And McCroat will retain his position with Durant tucking in behind.
Playing the safe game, tuck him. That's what you do. You tuck in behind. You take your opportunity where you can. It's something that quite a lot of drivers in real life do. Actually, they sit behind a driver for so many laps just to see how a driver drives the circuit, analysing where they will get a good overtaking opportunity, and go for it after a few laps. Like, you got to play the smart game, especially at a circuit like this where there is so much runoff. which, fun fact, if anybody is wondering why there are weird lines around the outside of the circuit instead of gravel traps, it is for it's basically made to kill your tires.
Does anybody know why Dan
yes.
Cran seems to have lifted on the main straight? I just watched a replay of him getting passed by Coadromo, and by all accounts, it looks like he just lifted off the gas pedal. That was weird.
Oh, that's
It
interesting.
may have been a smart play, like maybe he didn't want to be in front.
Escorcia wants to be in front.
Actually.
Well, also does Kevin Lau.
Kevin Lau.
Kevin Lau actually versus Dominic Durham, battle for P number 10, heading down the back straight, wheel to wheel, side by side, heading into turn number 8. He's gonna go down the inside.
Overtake. Solid. Oh.
And Durham went off track. Bye bye.
Right into top 10 with
Escorcia
Kelvin
and
Lau.
O'Brien still going, or Nordstrom still going at it. Nordstrom reclaims his P7 though.
Most definitely is. He's going to be right there. He's got Escorcia right behind him, who seems to have a bit of a rear end slip out momentarily. As I'm going to go back to talking about the weird lines, because that's what I was talking about before. It's basically made to kill your tires. The blue ones are like, oh yeah, I'm going to kill your tires slightly. The red ones are basically just like, oh yeah, cool, I'm going to slow you down and kill your tires a lot.
Yeah, I've heard of something like that it does do something like that. Yeah. That's interesting that it does that.
The way that they do it, it's like a texture what they use. It's a texture what they use. So
like
if you look at it, if you look at it, you can see the blue lines within the white lines next to the track, but those blue lines are slightly shinier than the blue lines away from the track.
Yeah.
It's like, I think the term's aspiration. So like aspires again. Yeah, like Jess said, it's like sand. It's like a texture like sandpaper. So it slows you down, and it like kills your tires a little bit. Like Jess was saying, the blue's like sandpaper. The red is basically like flat gravel.
Oh, Dan Cran peeking in on the inside for the next right-hander.
Let's go
so
down
far, to it. He has that move. Yep, a lot of right in there, but Colin Dunham not too far behind himself.
Yeah, not too bad actually. Colin Dunham actually ahead of.
Ooh, Dan Cran going real wide there, nearly off track. That would lost him a lot of time to Koa.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I just want to point something out here. Guy Manperson's P16. Why is Guy Manperson so far down?
I'm not sure, and like even when we saw it early on the Mistral Straight, like he was losing a lot of speed, and everyone was like surrounding him. Yeah.
I think he might just have a bad setup.
Probably.
Should have got one from Go Setups. I know Jess has already done the ad read.
It's true. It's true.
Yep, exactly.
So coming on to the next lap, we are currently 24 laps into this race, which honestly is not surprising. It's a pretty nice track actually. No, it's not. What am I saying? I am saying nice things about the French. I am British. What is going on? The Canadians rubbing up. No, I am not going to say that because that can be taken so out of context.
Soundboard.
Soundboard.
Soundboard. Yes. Metal bar.
Yeah, actually, who put the metal bar? Who was it that put the metal bar? As we're going to go away from that. Omar Escorcia versus Travis Nordstrom going into turn number 8. Escorcia is going to be on the outside. He's going to lose out to it. Pierre O'Brien right there, though. He's going to take the line. Going to hop in, slight behind with the slipstream. Going into turn number 9. Long right-hander. Going to be trying to go around the outside, looking for an opportunity where he can.
Really
but he goes wide, does not get it done. And that is going to make him lose out so much time.
Oh, yeah. About a second there, really, after that. going wide. He's lost quite a lot from where he was earlier. But he's not going to give that up with only 11 minutes on the clock remaining. S. Garcia, 4/10 behind Travis Nordstrom. But man, things are shaking up here, isn't it, Alexa?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I feel like that's just, even though we clown on it, I mean, like, let's be honest, all three of us have been clowning on this circuit. Because it's basically just tarmac the entire time. It is a very good track for racing. Hot lapping, it absolutely sucks. Heck no, get it out of here. If I had to do a hot stint around this circuit for a league, I would just be like, yeah, no, screw that. I am not racing that season because I hate this track so much. Hot lapping. Whereas, but the wheel to wheel, side by side racing, and the battles that you see at this circuit, with even though we don't like the long straights, in GT cars, long straights are all right. As one thing to point out, Dominic Duran has actually got a drive-through penalty.
He has a drive-through, and obviously he's on the Marshall Straight currently. So P11 is going to unfortunately disappear for him momentarily, as he must serve that penalty before the 3 laps are ended.
S. Garcia and Nordstrom still going at it. S. Garcia still holding his spot. Oh, and he's going to get bumped in the rear by Nordstrom in the Porsche. End up winding all over the track. He does manage to keep his car pointed in the right direction and rolling. I'm sure his aero is not going to appreciate that. Nor will his race engineer.
Not at all, yeah.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, we were talking about the wheel-to-wheel side-by-side racing, and then somebody decided to show how not to do wheel-to-wheel side-by-side racing. So, thank you for tuning into the stream, because especially the like everybody watching and talking in Twitch chat, we appreciate you guys, and we also appreciate the drivers, because I know personally that a lot of people get the stream up in the background. Not only because it's like a little podcast, welcome into the podcast, but also because it also gives them information on what's going on around the circuit as well. And we were talking about the circuit, me and Selena. What about you, Jess?
What about it? My thoughts on the
circuit?
Paul Ricard?
Yeah,
it's just all right. A little bit too much straight, not enough twisty. But the runoffs are sensibly designed to not ruin the car or your lap if you mess up. It's an alright track. I don't have beef with it.
I only have beef with it.
The track that should come or should replace another track, which is later in the season, is the Nordschleife. That should be back in this season.
I already had it last season, Selena.
Or at least next season.
Mercer and Spangler just traded spots.
There we go. Peter O'Brien versus S. Garcia once again. I'm just going to point this out. Whoever decided the calendar, thank you very much, because I think they heard me talking about America having two tracks last season. And guess what? America's got one now, and I've got 2.
Hey.
And that's it, Andrew. And that's it. He may not be here, but I can still have the beef.
Fosley just got around Bailey Kish. Let's see how that happened. Closing. Onto the back straight just before the braking zone. Gets some overlap. Gets the inside, which door was left open, and it was a textbook move. Yeah, even if Bailey Kish maintains the speed. Ooh, and they do touch in between those corners. That was close. He could have taken Fosley out, but Fosley maintains the inside and his grip on the track and keeps his position. Brooker Quigg just got around McCroat. We won't catch the replay for that one because I think more is about to happen.
Yeah, who knows? As somebody just said in Twitch chat, is Lambo back? When is Lambo ever back?
It was never here. Who's Lambo?
Yeah, I think they mean the Lambo car, like, high up.
I don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of her.
The Lambo Meta. Good old Italian power. Just just don't ruin your pasta, because the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris will come for you.
I'm more worried about the Ferraris. They're actually packing a threat. They know how to win races.
Yeah, they are.
Formula One, at least.
Peter O'Brien looking to try to go for the same move again on the previous lap. Escorcia on the inside, but actually Peter O'Brien seems to stick it on the outside just by a smidge. But Escorcia has the overlap.
I think to point out, he almost got it there. Nordstrom's right there behind him. Nordstrom and Kevin Lau are just bad of their time, as it looked like Peter O'Brien was going to go for the move around the outside, but a little bit unlucky. Maybe looking for it towards the inside as we head into the final few corners. He's going to be right there behind him. Oh, here comes. Okay, we got Nordstrom right there. Maybe a dive down the inside
Jason
into
Allen.
the hairpin in the final corner. 5-way battle back here as we head on to the next lap, onto lap number
Jason
28.
Allen just tumbled down the order. I'm going to catch the replay of that. What happened here? Nothing good. I know that much. Don't tell me he gets pit maneuvered at the end of the back straight.
If he gets pit maneuvered, then I got my predictions for six more incidents correct.
And they follow each other wide, or after spinning.
Yep, contact away.
Yeah, contact away. Yay.
Yay, please don't take each other out, guys. Somebody just said in chat, 0. Somebody just said clip it.
Yeah, that just cost him, them both a lot of points.
Oh, yeah.
Dominic Duran falling down about 3 spots now. How'd that happen? Oh, it's because he's leaving the pits. My bad. So instead, we'll keep an eye on this mid-pack battle. It's still going on. Moffitt, Archie, Meeks, McCroat, everybody's still just duking it out here. It's crazy. There's been at least 2 packs fighting non-stop this race.
Yeah, Peter O'Brien and Omar Escorcia once again. Selena, you can take this one.
Yeah, will he have it this time? And actually, this time, Peter O'Brien actually does make that move stick this time around after doing it for like 2 laps in a row by the looks of it. Finally executes that overtake perfectly. And Escorcia is probably like, oh, okay, well, I guess you can have that. But Travis Nordstrom still waiting and still waiting for an opportunity, because he's in a pressure cooker right now, because he's pretty much in the dead center of that battle, as Kelvin Lau is right behind him. But Dan Cran is literally pretty much on the back.
Touching distance, there it is.
Oh, as I said that, right on the back end of the diffuser, literally just smashed the rear end of the diffuser. But
they do live though.
Yeah, Kelvin is now all of a sudden in front of Kelvin Lau, in front of Kelvin Lau, Colin Dunham. So argy bargy, ladies and gentlemen.
Quig just got around Duran. I'll catch that. Oh, it's because he went super wide. Look at this, and it's gonna lose him a lot of speed into this next corner. And yeah, he just goes clean around his outside. Or does he? Wait, do I have it switched up? They're still fighting. Yeah, around the outside and maintained to the inside.
Yeah, just kept it going. Perks of having the stream up and also watching Selena's POV, I can get 2 things. Yay. I'm basically using Jess as a replay. Sorry, Jess.
Oh, Dan Cran using that slipstream, trying to get something out of it, but he's not peeking out on the top speed that Ferrari is. And that sharp.
Oh, but the Ferrari goes wide.
Oh, yeah.
But he covers them off before the braking. Nowhere to go.
Just before. Saved it.
Very, very true. And what is currently happening up up front, it is Barrera currently still in P number 2, Mr. Sir P3, and of course Michael Menning leading. He's got this in the bag as long as he doesn't go for a good old spinella.
He's currently, holy moly, he is currently 14 seconds ahead of P2 with Estefano Barrera. and Mr. Stir 3.5 seconds behind Barrera. But wow, what a gap! That's
Yeah, as
In the
actually,
Bentley,
hold on. Hold on, I just realised something. What's Michael Menning's lap time right now? 1:59.
3.8.
wait, 153.1.
His best is a 3.1.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. This could be the final lap because Michael Menning's got the gap to just slow down before the line. So Michael Menning doesn't have to drag this out for another lap if he doesn't want to.
I bet he will.
Oh yeah, he's Michael Menning, of course.
Yeah,
he will.
he's Michael Menning. Yeah, he's
Michael Menning.
Oh, this train.
Let's start from the top. Brooker Quigg
P21.
leading Dominic Duran,
All
Eric
the way.
Boardman, Ivan McCroat, Joel Moffitt, John Archie, CJ Meeks, Austin Carpenter, Joao Semedo, and a new face to the league, Jorintis Butkus. All within about half a second of each other.
Wow. Power card, everybody. Wow.
Honestly, I think it's safe to say we may see some dive bombs into the final corner on the final lap with this train.
Yes, we might. CJ Meeks,
Yeah.
way up close. He's got to be deep in that slipstream. I'm sure he's licking his lips right now, thinking about sending it on the inside. That Ferrari is covering the inside. Did they touch? Did they bump draft it?
Mate. That was contact between the two.
And Duran and Quigg. It looks like
Getting
Duran
that
gets clean
forward
around the
kick
outside of him before the
Yep.
the back straight ends.
Definitely as.
Ooh, goes super deep.
Wide.
Oh, side by side with John Archie. Not
Joel Moffitt takes the spot off of him.
Yeah, Joe Moffitt. With John Archie, actually, okay, now side by side, ish.
Yeah, him and Meeks. They're
Still
making
sticking
they're making a Bavarian or a German sandwich right now.
You know what's also good in Germany?
What? Dare
The
I
North
ask?
Slifer.
Yes, it is.
Let's go. Exactly, you got it.
Like,
Nordschleifer
it's
is the
in
German
game. It's in game now, guys, and Andrew isn't here to stop us. So you're getting at least one Nordschleifer reference every single race.
Oh,
and
yes,
this is, of course, the final lap where all these drivers will go on to. My question, though, is where is the man? As we're going to see Broadman versus Moffat. Versus Quigg, I should say, heading down nice and tight and nice and tidy, unable to get the move done as that is going to be a drive through Rapid Car 307, getting a 30-second penalty at the end of this race. But my question, though, because we're watching Selena right now, where is the leader Michael Menning as he's actually come across the line to win the good old Paul Ricard GP? He's back on top. But as we go down the back straight, it's going to be a cheeky little battle between all these drivers. Meeks versus Archie. Both drivers with damage. A little bit of argy-bargy on the rear end for Archie. A little bit on the front for Meeks. These guys are basically bum drafting each other. Didn't know we're driving NASCAR here. But going down the back straight, down towards turn number 8, it will be Estefano Barrera who will come on P number 2, Mr. Sir, P number 3. Mia Rose will have to sell P number 4. What about this battle, though?
Mia Rose upside down.
Wait, what?
Mia Rose was upside down for a moment and then returned to pits.
What?
That was awesome.
That's crazy.
Colin
Just as I
Dunham
was
crosses the
saying
line,
that.
barely leading Dan Cran for P11 and 12. Koodromo, P13, and the rest of the field is coming over. Flanger, P14. Guy Manperson,
Wow.
P15. Fazli Majid, P16. John Crown, 17. Or is it 18 after... Looks like
That's
things
actually,
settled.
sorry Jess, we're going to have to interrupt you here as we see Bailey, as we can see Quigg down into the final few corners, not going to go for a dive, but the train is already here. It's going to be a drag race. Oh, to the line.
Final
That's
last
contact in the front of the
drama.
back. That's Carpenter round, and that is going to make him lose a position to Ryder as well. That's not going to be good. Drag races all over the place.
Oh, let's
and
catch the
that is
replay
how
of
you
that.
end a Circuit de Spa, and that is how you do an end to a Paul Ricard GP. Just ignore the fact I almost said Spa-Francorchamps.
Oh, right on the last corner, too.
Yeah.
Oh, and
last
there's
corner
going to be 3
drama.
positions lost. 4. Oh, man, that's brutal. But that will close out our race for tonight. What a race it was. An awesome opening of the season.
Yeah,
so
that
our
was
winners
that
were
race
again
was
Menning,
crazy.
Barrera, and Mr. Sir, right? Did I get that right?
Yep.
Yes, that is Sir. Menning, Barrera, Mr. Sir.
Yep.
All right, well, let's hunt them down.
That is right.
I mean, gather them up into the booth.
Yeah, let's grab them. We will go. What order do we want to do this? Do we want to go Formula 1 style, 3, 2, 1?
As soon as you see them, snatch them up.
As soon as
Where are
we
you
see
at? Come on
As soon as
out. Don't be
we see 'em,
shy.
snatch.
Don't be
Come on
shy.
up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on up. I'm trying to catch somebody. Where's Mia? I know Mia's usually in a VC.
Still don't see
No
anybody.
Michael, no Barrera, no Mr. Sir so
They're all
far.
hiding. What are they? They being what is it?
I found
modest?
Mia. She just hopped in D1 race chat.
Get her in here.
Get
If
her
I
in.
roll up. I moved her into driver briefing, but
You
moved Mia into here.
you fool! How do I can't move somebody out there. There she goes. Wrong
There
person.
she is.
Oh,
Hey Mia, welcome to the booth.
Hi Mia.
hey, welcome to the booth.
She finished
Why
P
am I
number
here?
4, but she finished P number 4, but it's the only person we could find, so we're doing an interview with you instead.
And
Hi.
we're now being shy.
Come on up, don't be shy. How was the race?
Oh, hang on, where is that? Where is that GIF I just posted? I think it can be summed up in, I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Yeah, I think some harsh words about the BOP should be said after today. I hope the BOP is not going to be like that for the season. If it is like that, then yeah. But anyway, I kept the car on the track. I didn't get a drive-through for track limits. The car was bad on the straight. It started to lose its tires in the corners. It wasn't a McLaren. It was more like the Jag, but instead of the front tires dying, the rear tires would die. So that's all I can say.
Fair enough, and it seems as we cannot seem to find anybody else. Earlier on in the race, you got passed by Omar Escorcia, who would go on to finish P2 in that race, splitting, of course, Mr. Sir and Michael Menning. What do you think is going to be happening throughout the rest of the season between you and Omar Escorcia? As that already seems to be something going on throughout this season and last season.
I wouldn't take anything from it. The Ferrari is somehow has straight line speed here. I don't know why. It just has straight line speed. So he blew by me, and I didn't really care after that because I just wanted to get points on the score card. So, yeah, I wouldn't read anything into that. Probably until after Laguna. I don't know how Laguna's going to go. I am absolutely not great at Laguna. I hate the track. The track hates me. Really, that track should just become a proper lake. Fill it
So
with water.
dramatic.
Probably the
The
best thing you can do
drama.
with it is fill it with water, and that's it. But like, yeah, this was like, it was saying something about how bad Kunos do the BOP. Like, external BOP does not fix straight line speed problems. It never has, it never will. People who think that, they're wrong, because what we saw today was a good example of that. Even when cars had, like the Bentley had 25 kilos added back onto it, and it was still pretty good down the straight. It wasn't a missile, but it was still pretty good. So, yeah. Bring on Laguna. See how bad it is, I guess.
I'm certainly looking forward to Laguna.
Oh, I love Laguna.
Well-
Great
well,
track.
I can't escape Laguna. I already did a GT4. I already did commentary on a GT4 on Laguna yesterday. I can't escape Laguna. That's 2 weeks in a row I'll be doing it. I hate the track.
Well, whether you like it or not, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah,
That
in fact,
corkscrew.
whilst we are on that, this actually seems like, thank you for coming in, Mia, and this seems to be a good place because nobody else seems to be available because they're all hiding from us. I think they knew that we would be pulling them for questions, so they decided to hide. Oh no, wait, I
Sorry,
found
they're
Mr.
coming out
Sir.
of the woodwork. But yeah, before we let you go, Mia, is there anything you want to shout out or anyone you want to say thanks to?
Just thanks for Jeff for teaming up with me for another season. Let's hope the rest of the season doesn't go like it did tonight.
Best of luck to you both. Thanks again for joining us, and thanks for putting on a great race. See you next week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so
All
I do
right,
see
I
Mr.
did
Sir.
find
We can
him.
start with
Yeah,
P3. I'll drag him
Yeah,
in.
we'll start with P3, and hopefully everybody else comes out of hiding.
Hello,
As I
Mr.
did
Sir. Welcome to the
Hello, Mr.
booth.
Sir.
Your mic is
Yeah.
muted. You might want to unmute that for a moment.
You might want to unmute yourself, sir. I did
I'll hear it.
Mia's interview, so I shall let either Jess or Selena take this one.
All y'all.
I think that means you're doing it, Selena.
All right, not everyone at once. So like,
Well, I've never asked questions before actually. So, let's start off. How do you feel getting podium? I mean, I think you have gotten podium before, but it's the first round at Ricard, and as we've seen during the race, it was absolutely crazy with overtakes. Did you I think we caught you a little bit in that believe in the Bentley. So how did you feel during that race? The whole thing basically.
yeah, it's probably a boring race from my perspective, so apologize for that. But yeah, I
No
mean, it felt pretty good. Definitely had a really good start, and had the benefit of the tow until Michael did Michael things and jetted off into the sunset. And yeah, after that, once Ferreira got past me, I knew it was pretty much done at that point. That he's extremely fast in that Ferrari, and yeah, it showed in the tow. I don't know if you guys caught that or on board, but I think I topped
Yes.
out at probably 282 was
Yeah.
my fastest, and the car completely quit. Uh, and I don't know what the Ferrari was doing, but it felt every bit of 300 kph because I was not catching him. And then yeah, he was definitely way more agile in the corners than I was. But yeah, feels good to start the season off with the podium, especially with this tough calendar.
Yeah, and I noticed that in the Bentley where the Ferraris were just I think I saw one Ferrari doing 286. So I pretty well dumbfounded considering that we all know I think the Bentley is pretty well known for the straight line speed as well as the GTR. So that's pretty interesting. And another question is, how are you feeling for the next round at Laguna Seca? I know some people like it and some people don't, but there is the legendary corkscrew. So how are you feeling about that one going to round 2?
Really good track for I think spec series. I do a lot of that, or try to do a lot of that in iRacing. But yeah, when you've got differences in cars and as big as these cars are too, it's going to be, I think, a qualifying battle. Not much overtaking, so we'll see how that goes. It could be wacky with the weather, so yeah, we'll see.
Yep. All right. Well, does anyone have any other questions, or we were, I guess, wrapping it up? If oh, Michael Menning is actually in the voice chat
I was
as
about to say
well.
that. I was about to say that. It seems like Omar Escorcia is hiding from us. So we've done an interview with P4. We have done the interview just now. Thank you very much, Selena, and thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Sir. You are free to go about your business. You are free from your shackles of having to do an interview.
Dismissing it from the booth.
We are now going to put the shackles on your teammate. As Jess, you feel free to do this interview, as we will now get in the race winner once again on top, Michael Menning.
Yeah, thanks again for joining us, Mr. Sir. You've been a fixture in our top divisions for a while. You always bring great racing, and glad to see you up here again. See you next week.
Yeah, thanks a bunch, guys.
See you next week.
All right, and we will now get the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Manning. Pew, 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 pew. Welcome to the booth, Michael. Congrats on another win. Have you lost count of how many wins this is now?
I mean, I've never really had it in my head. The SRA website hasn't lost count, though.
That's right. www.simracingalliance.com.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bentley's feeling great, though. It's a very fun car. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, tell us about it. We were remarking early into the race how it was a little bit odd that we've got some non-meta cars that are really overperforming in this preseason, now the start of this season, the Bentley and the GTR. I know it was a bit of a boring race for you being up front, not really battling much at all. So yeah, tell us about the car. What's going on?
It's like, it doesn't feel quick. Like, it doesn't feel like it has a single strength, but then you finish the lap and you're like, it's a good lap time. And it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, and it got bopped properly, so it wasn't anything too crazy in that manner. Because the straight were one of the slowest cars on the straight. But the two fast right-handers, those are for sure quick, but not enough to make up for the entire lap. But it produced the lap times, and that's what counted.
So you said it doesn't feel fast until you cross over the line. Is that a manifestation of the car being too hard to drive? Well, obviously not too hard to drive, but harder to drive on like a fast hitting lap? Or is it that it's just feels like it's on rails taking boring lines, so it doesn't feel fast?
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's definitely not on rails, but it doesn't feel like you have a whole lot of grip, except for those two fast corners. The fast corners, it feels sick, but outside of that, it feels like you're just drifting and like plowing everywhere. But I guess it was in a good way, and yeah. I don't know.
Out.
It's a weird car. It's a very weird car.
Next question for you: are you nervous about a mid-season bop ruining it for you?
No. I think it was bopped well here. I don't think it was an issue. And if it did get bopped, I know there'd be an uproar in the lower divisions because they've never had the trouble of it being bopped really anywhere. Except for Barcelona was one of the tracks that was well bopped, but everywhere else it's, yeah. I think it'll be good.
Good to hear. All right, well that's it for me. Do y'all have any questions for Michael?
How does it feel driving a British car?
My two track cuts I got were because I'm on the wrong side of the car. There's so many corners that it's so hard to determine if you're on the limit because I've done so many laps and not a right-hand drive car. Like that, it feels so wrong being on the right side of the car most of the time. Like, it's not something you notice after like a whole lot of laps, but in the back of your head, you're just like, it feels wrong.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Selena, or is that it?
I think that's it for me.
You guys get my livery in time?
We did. Jess reset it. Jess reset it 10 minutes before we started.
Let's go. I know, it's pretty sick.
Well, that is all the questions we have for you, Michael Manning. Good sir, congrats on the win, and you are free to go.
Thank you.
We'll definitely see you again next week. I'm positive.
Yeah, we'll try our best. Thanks for hosting the stream.
You're welcome.
See you next time.
Yeah.
See ya.
Well, that is it. And while I get the calendar up so I can do my good old outro, Selena and Jess, you can go through your thoughts on that race while I get all the stuff on my screen that I need.
I was pretty impressed with it. Like I mentioned during the race, I thought it was awesome that at the pretty much the whole time there was the leaders, the mid pack, and the backpack. Two huge trains, constant fighting the whole race up and down the field. A couple mishaps, None that were terribly unexpected or out of the ordinary. I think a lot of them were, at the end of the back straight, coming together on an apex. The corner right after that coming into each other in the braking zone. But besides that, I think everybody kept it pretty remarkably clean. It was certainly fun to watch, fun to broadcast. What do y'all think?
Yeah, agreed. Because I was just gonna mention too, with the long train, especially at the end there, like the final few minutes, that's crazy. I mean, again, as much as I don't like hot lapping Paul Ricard and that track as a whole, it does deliver with good racing, like in Sector 3 and all that. Like, I really enjoyed that one. That was a good, really good race. Aside from like the mentioned mishaps and all that, but yeah, I agree. The battling was absolutely immaculate.
Selena has unintentionally moved that, give me a perfect segue. Thank you very much, Selena. That was not intended. So yeah, of course, that was a very good race, and it produces some very good racing action, even if there is a few mishaps here and there. Of course, your racing action continues at Paul Ricard this week, and it's going to be back tomorrow night here at Twitch. And of course, you're going to have Sam Raworth, Stephanie Fisher, and Fazli Majid for Division 2 tomorrow night. That is 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 a.m. UTC. Of course, it's also going to be over on YouTube, and that's Division 2 on Twitch with Division 4 with Ryan Van Eeps, Jorge Balsini, and Sean Daniels for Division 4. And then for Division 6 over on YouTube as well, it will be Stephen Sarver, Colin Farrell, and my fellow Brit of J May. That's where the Circuit de Paul Ricard action will continue. Coming up for the rest of the season, we have Laguna Seca next week in the sun. That's going to be an interesting one. Then for the third race of the season, it will be a night-time Silverstone. Accurate time for the race to take place. And that's, of course, coming out week 3. Week 4 will then be the Monza circuit. Everybody love. I think we can all agree. Who does not love Monza?
I do not love Monza.
I'm iffy on that one. I think I've seen it way too much. That in Spa, always in the ACC public lobbies. I'm just let's have more Nordschleife up.
Literally anything but those two tracks. Anything.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Anything.
Let's just have a German track on the calendar, because there is no German track on this calendar, and of course then after Monza, it's where it gets interesting, because week 5 will be a wet Red Bull Ring for week 5 of the week of October 7th, with week 6 being Zandvoort, week 7 the second British track for the penultimate round at Brands Hatch, and then the season finale on the week of October 28th will be the Kyalami circuit. And I don't know what you guys think, but it's a tricky, but it's also a very interesting looking calendar.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
And
looking forward to
Kyalami,
it.
yeah, me as well. And Kyalami is another good track actually, and Brands Hatch as well. I enjoyed Brands Hatch. It's a short track. It's got interesting elevation. So speaking from a good season 9, and I enjoyed that track in season 9. So it's gonna be a good calendar. Zandvoort's going to be very interesting with the tire degradation in that one corner. I think in Sector 2, I believe it is, just on the brink of Sector 3. But yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Love Zandvoort, and it's the one that it looks forward to. And I'm gonna sound so stereotypical here, but the one I'm looking forward most to is Brands Hatch, because it's Brands Hatch. It's an amazing circuit. Jess, what track are you looking most forward to?
I gotta think about that. Brands Hatch is certainly up there. Probably top 3 at least. Let me think. I would... Red Bull Ring 2, though.
Yeah, that one's gonna be wet. That's gonna be spicy.
Yes, that'll make it super exciting. I had a pretty good race my last time at the Red Bull Ring. I'd say it's tied between Brands Hatch and Red Bull Ring.
Yeah,
And also
Well-
including Laguna Seca too. I'm also really looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Laguna Seca next week. And of course, you got us next week. We're back. We're here with you guys for the entire season, and I think this is the perfect place to round it out. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Sim Racing Alliance. We're back. We'll be back tomorrow night for good old Division 2. I've been Alexa Marshall with Selena Boonstra and Jess Osborne. Good night.